All right, people. You already snow. You already snow, people. You already snow. Hey, people. That's how we get down. It's chaos. 2-game skid, which is a rarity for us. So, put that there. A matchup with Flock and Beast. Okay. Okay, big fella, calm down. Alright, let's see who you're gonna roll with. Fuck the Cavs, bro. And fuck the Warriors, too. Fuck them both, bruh. Bruh. Yo, what's good, bro? You got a mic? Pick a real team, bro.
Long days, she been working long days. Man, got no, she been waiting on us always. For a season, get it poppin' off like Pompey. Parked up Melrose, she wanna get up on me in the broad day. Say that one time. Your type be catching them feelings, ain't never on time. I ain't been trusting no bitch real way back in 09. We gonna see if with me you can keep it together or not. Give it to me, ain't no time to play. Won't hesitate when I'm diving in. Swimming so deep in your water, vision blurry.
On the count of 3, you ready? Come on, do it random. On the count of 3, I'll count for you. Come on, let's both do it random. Whatever team you land on the count of 3, that's what team you are. Come on, let's have some fun with it. Come on, let's go. On the count of 3, ready? Yo, you gonna get down or what? You're on YouTube right now. Let's get it, bro. Come on. If not, then we're just gonna embarrass you with the Spurs. That's what we're gonna do, just embarrass you with the Spurs then. Alright, okay. Bro, that is the same color uniform, pretty much. Pick some fucking dark shit.
E andai fuori per una ragazza. Il suo ex mi guardò male. Come Rocky in piazza, un passante ci riprese. Con la voce non con la webcam. E solo io.
Good, he's 0-1, he's about to go 0-2. He's a LeBron rider, aren't you? And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving? Who the fuck is that? You don't know who that is? He's not even on that team. Nope, sure ain't.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A quick check now at the starting 5 for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Iman Shumpert?
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And expected to vie for that top seed coming into the season. They have not disappointed. This is a team poised to do big things in the postseason.
Well, all the hype was justified. I mean, it's been an impressive season for them. We've seen them win a lot of different ways. They've proven in the midst of all of that to be a very, very complete team.
Smith with it. Leonard picks him up.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the evening. And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
Let's try to get
I
LeBron to
I
foul
thought
out.
the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Leonard. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And you could see that dunk coming from a mile away. I mean, he lives for those moments.
And so do all of his fans. He doesn't disappoint. Clark, when he's got a clear path to the bucket, he's going to do something, special.
And Kevin, you're right. He definitely had a clear path on that one. Very little defense being played right there.
Here's San Antonio now. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time
Come on,
out.
you gotta fucking get
A
that,
lot of
Kawhi.
firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
That's a backcourt.
I thought the bench was
Come
the
on.
X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game.
Fucking
But when it shows,
backcourt, and you know it. Clearly, his foot is on the line.
goes up, it's a nice weapon.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Teron Lue.
He knows this won't be an easy game,
Karan
especially
Butler.
defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting
Jimmy
guard
Butler.
Manu Ginobili. He told me
Yeah.
Ginobili is one of those right brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Thanks again, Doris. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
Two of the top teams in their respective conferences, guys. You want to be at your best against top caliber competition.
Here is Love. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up. That one wide left. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Green. And that's now 6 points for Manu Ginobili.
Yes, Ginobili,
Back
right?
to Love. Kicks it to Irving. Here's Smith. The putback. And Thompson throws it down.
Nah, we're not doing replays like that, bro. Just play the game.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when the rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Fuck that replay shit. I did that replay.
Well, we get a
because
chance
it
to
was
check
a
out the
turnover
standings out
shit.
west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. And, of course, San Antonio, 3 games behind. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Smith with it. Now Green defending. Here's James. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Parker passes to Leonard. The feed now to Gasol. Pass to Parker. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Smith kicks to Love. It's tipped. Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Leonard with the bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Smith dishes to Love. James outside. Fires from deep. That's in there. Love with the assist. James has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now here's Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
A minute 42 left to play here in the first. Poked away. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. Number 1, Iman Shumpert.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
Boy, does it ever. I mean, he's a marksman from anywhere on the court. And it doesn't hurt that he works nonstop to get himself open either. I mean, he's constant motion out there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few. Improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James Jones, who's checked in for Derek Williams, and Darren Williams is subbed in for Channing Frye.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for James. 3rd in scoring, 4th in assists, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
You know, to do what he does, you have to have that scorer's mentality. I mean, he knows he's the go-to guy, and everybody else knows it too. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Green, the pass to Gay. Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. San Antonio again missing. And Jefferson, here we go. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake.
Thank you. Come again. See you next time. You're losing.
I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. You know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Ginobili's checked in, and Joel Anthony's subbed in for Green. Jefferson can't get that one to fall. San Antonio's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And stolen by Darren Williams. Here's James. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Here's Pertinis. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. They're going to turn it over. It's stolen by Green. James outside. Back to Green. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. So, and we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what you take?
Now we're doing replays because we're going to make you look silly. Look, nuts to the face, just like you like. Let's watch it again in real time.
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg. And they're showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Bertans in at the 4-man position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Got that one up quick. Korver's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Manu Ginobili with the finish. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
We're just going to take advantage of you because you got fucking LeBron at the 5 trying to cover Rudy Gay.
This could be a wild one.
Now here's Korver. He puts up decent numbers on that one. About 10 points a game. And he gets it to go.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but...
We're going to take advantage of him.
From a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense, Clark, was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that poster.
Now, here's Rose. Manu Ginobili able to get his shot to go. And that one's good. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Parker kicks to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And now a 3-point Spurs lead. Outside Rose. Puts up a 3. They get it back. The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Into Green. Parker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And that's not all there is to say about him, Steve. I mean, he also is a master of the pick and roll. Get the ball in his hands and set a screen for him, and there will be an easy bucket after.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Greg and Kevin, where is Steve? Steve Kerr's not in this game anymore.
Checked in for Iman Shumpert.
No, he hasn't.
Well, you know your low post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can drain free throws like this group can. You look at Love, second in the NBA. He's so great from the line.
That is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Well, you know, I want to be careful about making a blanket statement here. There are a lot of big guys who are really steady at the line. And this group proves that size is not a hindrance when it comes to free throw prowess.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Rose dishes to Love. Love draws the double. Here's Korver for three. Korver missing again.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Green passes to Gay. Beyond the arc. Pass to Parker. Takes the lead pass. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Parker. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Your name must be Johnny Bear.
Almost automatic.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
And the Spurs making a change here. Leonard's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Rose gets to Korver. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Korver's got 6.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Leonard. Right through the D for the layup. Leonard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Leonard with the steal. A finish.
He's quitting. Get out. You're on YouTube, bitch. You on YouTube, bitch. He's got more than your whole team, bitch. No, we don't want to do that. You're on YouTube, say hi. Yo, you let the time wind down, we're going to continue it. So either way, you're going to turn the PS3 off. That's what's going to happen. So let's get to the music part, as we always do, making people quit.
A big dunk at the end of the break. And taking a quick look here at the hustle set to the Spurs.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on this player is caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively,
What an idiot.
getting to that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Hashtag the moment he realized that he's going to lose. Fuck.
Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. Second in block, 10th in assists, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And how about that sky-high ranking in terms of blocks per game? Sometimes that can indicate a team's allowing too many drives to the rim, but it's sure nice to have bigs who can send it away as a last resort.
Now he's got
Both free throws good from Ginobili.
They've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
On defense, the Spurs, the 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Rose, no good.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Yeah, that's 3 shots.
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Idiot.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And the second free throw, good. And he makes all 3. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
That's a 1-game win streak.
1984